John Tesler here for GeekyKOOL.com, and I'm here with Captain Samouflage, Sam Irvin. How are you doing, Sam?
Hey, I'm doing great. We're at Wonderfest. It's on Saturday. I'm so happy to see everybody. It's responding really well to my latest book. It's called Captain Samouflage and the Franken-Sam Scam. And it's like a little golden book that we had as kids, except instead of the gold stripe down, it has a camouflage stripe down the side. And it's an origin storybook about me being a superhero. And we won 2 Rondo Awards. We won Best Graphic Novel, and the artist Dan Gallagher, who did all these incredible cartoons, won Fan Artist of the Year. And we're going to the Rondo Award ceremony here later this afternoon to get our trophies, which is the coolest thing. We're so proud. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a reading, a very dramatic reading of this book, and showing a slideshow of the art and everything. So it'll be a cool little story time. And I'm just having a blast, because my day job is being a movie director. I directed Elvira's Haunted Hills, for instance, which was the second Elvira movie. Cassandra, who plays Elvira, has been one of my closest friends for 30 years. And I've directed 55 movies, but this one has a special place in my heart. I love it to death. It's a spoof of the Vincent Price movie Pit and the Pendulum and the other Edgar Allan Poe movies he did, which was the first horror movie I ever saw as a kid when I was 5. And I ended up becoming a friend of Vincent Price and was friends with him all the way until he passed away in the early 90s. And anyway, I just adore this film. I adore this woman, and we dedicated it to Vincent Price because we both loved him so much. And I started my career as Brian De Palma's assistant on Fury and Dressed to Kill. I'm writing a book right now on my De Palma years, which is coming out in August this year. And I did a Lifetime thriller recently that aired in last fall, and just waiting for the phone to ring for my next directing gig.
What made you want to be a director?
Well, my dad owned movie theaters, so I grew up seeing movies at a very young age. And when I was 8 years old, we took a family cross-country road trip out west, and my dad got a VIP tour at Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank, and I walked onto the set of Lake Edwards, The Great Race, where I saw Natalie Wood, Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, and Peter Falk on an iceberg in a tank of water with antique cars and wind machines and wave machines and snow machines. And the eyes popped right out of my head, and I made a decision right then at 8 years old that I wanted to be a movie director. And I've been one-track mind ever since.
Okay, other than Cassandra, who plays Elvira, who's your favorite actor or actress to work with?
To work with? Wow. I mean, Julie Brown. She is another buddy of mine. And she had a show on MTV called Just Say Julie back in the late 80s and early 90s, when there was another Julie Brown who was a VJ, but they made her call herself Downtown Julie Brown to differentiate them. She is a British African, the Downtown Julie Brown is a British African, and Julie Brown, the one that I direct all the time, is redheaded, all-American Julie Brown, who is a comic actress. And she did this sketch comedy show called Just Say Julie. That was like, Saturday Night Live kind of thing. And she also starred and wrote in Earth Girls Are Easy with Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum and Jim Carrey, and Julie wrote that and also starred in it. She also did a spoof of Madonna's Truth or Dare called Medusa, Dare to Be Truthful, and she was in Clueless, the TV series, and the movie. She's just done so many great things, but I directed her in a series called Strip Mall for Comedy Central that also starred Cindy Williams, but Julie created that series and starred in it. And then I've directed her in Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hello, Dealer Room B. I just want to make an announcement that our guest, Rico Anderson.
With AI coming into the forefront now, how do you see it changing the way movies are directed?
Well, first of all, I hope it's not going to affect directors being able to do the job that we're supposed to do. I don't want to see AI try to replace our jobs, and I just don't find that AI is, of the kinds of AI things that I've seen, I haven't seen anything that is really impressive to me. So I'm a little nervous about it. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to be able to fight it. It's sort of here to stay, but it's finding ways of making it useful without letting it control art. It can give us some shortcuts here and there, but I think it needs to be done delicately. You know, the careful scalpel approach as opposed to the chainsaw approach.
Since today's a social media world, where can people find you on social media?
I am on Facebook and Instagram. I prefer Facebook because I often tell long-winded anecdote stories, and Facebook doesn't have a text limit. Whereas when I then post it on Instagram, I always have to cut it down. So I always tell people, follow me on Facebook if you want to get the uncut version of my posts.
One last question for you. Somebody wants to start out in the movie industry. What's the best piece of advice you can give them?
The best piece of advice I can give anybody, actor, director, anything, trying to get into this crazy business, is that you have to have enough dedication to say to yourself, I am going to pursue this from now until the day I die. If somebody says, I'm going to give it 2 years, and if I haven't, broken through or gotten something, then I'm going to go get a regular job. My advice is just go get the regular job, because there's so much competition. It's so difficult. You have to go through so much rejection that you can't put a time limit on it. You can't just say, I'm only going to give it so much time. You've got to just say, I'm going to do it no matter what. If I have to wait on tables to pay the rent, I'm going to just keep on trying, because it's in your blood, it's in your soul, it's your passion. And that's what it's got to be able to kind of make it through the business and be able to handle all that rejection.
Sam, thank you for taking a few minutes with GeekyKOOL.com.
Thank you so much.